Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey here on a Saturday morning, recording this at 6:30. Do want to give an update on the potential for severe weather. We're still kind of in the holding pattern. We're in a waiting game right now until all of this really kind of evolves out to our west. But I do want to at least let you know what we know. Got off a conference call with the National Weather Service Central Illinois office, just giving an update on what to expect. So we want to pass along any information that we have. We still have the moderate risk for severe weather. I'm going to throw the cities on here. Peoria, right in the northern part of that moderate risk. So that's more of an enhanced risk for severe weather. As far as the modes of severe weather, there is a threat for tornadoes, but it is relatively low. We think that initially some of these storms will fire. They'll become possibly supercellular, and that's where you may get a spin up of a tornado or two, and then they will all evolve into a squall line, basically. And then it becomes more of a wind event. So really, all modes of severe weather are on the table, but the primary concerns are going to be wind and hail. And that's marked here. We're in that 45% area, the entire area that was moderate in that 45% area for damaging winds. And hail is at 30% pretty much for a good chunk of our viewing area. So wind and hail will be our primary concern as we roll into the afternoon. All right, now here is a snapshot of radar as we were recording this. There's not a whole lot going on. We're starting to see some development here out towards Kansas City. And then you also see some storms now going into southeastern South Dakota, southwestern Minnesota, starting to move into Iowa. So these are going to be the two areas that we're kind of keeping an eye on here. We do think there'll be some, development going on, at least a lot of the models in this area. And depending on how far north we get some of these storms to fire will really kind of play a factor on how much of the severe weather we will see here in central Illinois. I'm going to show you two models. And again, take them with a grain of salt, but you'll notice at least the trends that are kind of going on right now. Because the problem is this hasn't really evolved yet. So we're gonna have to kind of wait and see how everything starts off here before we get a really good understanding. However, a couple of the short range, higher resolution models are starting to trend this a little bit south of us. Doesn't mean we're completely out of the woods, but this would be a good trend if it holds true. So let me take you through time, and right here is your timestamp. Okay. So let's go into the afternoon, and you can see that's about 3 o'clock. Starting to see some development here in Missouri. And as we go through time, notice here's where Peoria is at, right here. This is well southwest of us. And as this crosses the Mississippi River, the trend is taking this southeast. So if this model were to hold true, it would bypass us. That's one model. There is also another model that is kind of on the same page. This is the HRRR. And as we go through time here, it's maybe a little bit later, but you can see it is about the same. And again, here's Peoria right here, and keeping a lot of this down to our south. This would again be problematic with some strong winds. But the thing that we got to keep in mind, there's still going to be plenty of energy and ingredients, even this far north, that, if we get to see some development out to the west here, which we have yet to see out in Iowa, this far north, that would be problematic for us here in central Illinois. So basically where we're at right now, it's a waiting game, and we're going to have to probably wait a good 2-3 hours to watch how this all evolves to our west. Bottom line, if you got any outdoor plans, I wouldn't change them right now, but do have a way to make sure you're getting warnings or be able to check on radar as we get into the mid to late afternoon into the early evening. I think that's going to be pretty much the time frame. If you're west of Interstate 55, you're looking at around 3 to 6 o'clock is probably where we're going to be looking for a lot of this. And we should start to have a little bit more clearer understanding probably here over the next 2 to 3 hours or so once things start to get going to our west. So that's the update for now. Of course, once things start to pop into Iowa and Missouri, we'll kind of pass along that information via social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Follow our website, ciprod.com. And meteorologist Rachel Kay, she is in for your Saturday, and she'll keep you updated on the TV side as well. And we'll give you more updates as soon as we seeing things going out towards our west. That's it for now. Have a great Saturday. We'll talk to you soon.